Hello, beautiful people. Happy full moon. This is super exciting. We have a full moon today on the 7th, and then in 2 weeks, well, about 2 weeks from today on the 20th, it is officially the new year. I am so excited. I am ready. So I want to tap in. I want to ask the full moon. I want to ask our ancestors. I want to ask Mother God, Father God, what it is that we need to focus on releasing this full moon, and what it is that we need to focus on bringing in this full moon. Okay, so I already did a lot of my prayer because I had a question of my own that I wanted to ask before this. So let's go ahead and do this. Mother God, Father God, Heavenly Spirit, I pray that you can connect me to the collective energy at this time. I pray that we are able to tap into this full moon energy. I pray that I am able to deliver and receive the messages in the way in which you intend for me. I pray that the collective is doing everything that they can. I pray that they are being patient with themselves. I pray that the collective is rearing up for this new year. And I pray, and I don't know. I'm done praying. This is a weird prayer today. We're getting it. We're getting there. Maybe that's a energy in itself. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're getting there, okay? So I actually just heard releasing this idea of perfection, right? That everything needs to be perfect in order for you to be able to fully manifest, or maybe not even fully manifest, but being able to manifest what it is that you're trying to create collective. Releasing this idea that you need to be perfect in your imperfections. And maybe you are perfect in your imperfections, right? I believe that. All right, full moon, Mother God, Father God, ancestors, ascended masters, spiritual teams, archangels. I pray that you guide us through this reading. I want to ask for this energy of this full moon. I want to ask the full moon what it is that the collective needs to release at this time. What is the collective needing to release at this time? I heard mental anguish. Okay, we're going to have to get this out of the book. Okay. Okay, the idea of perfection that the collective, some in the collective are trying to achieve is actually blocking them from being able and from moving forward in the direction of the legacy that they're trying to build, right? I actually really love this card. This card is beautiful. I keep staring at the keys. Like, I heard the keys to unlocking your future does not lie in the perfection of what? And it doesn't lie in the perfection of the thing. Lost compass is actually on the bottom of this card as well, getting back into integrity. So I'm feeling like this mental anguish that the collective is being called to release at this time is going to help them come back into and being able to reevaluate and recognize what type of legacy, what type of, I heard morality, they want to tap into what type of who it is that they want to be in this world, and how it is that they want people to speak about them when they're gone. I also heard protecting your own integrity. This is like releasing. Okay, I want to get it out of the book. I need to get it out of the book. Ooh, we're getting it. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. If you guys are interested and you need some guidance during this time, I am available for personal readings. You can book in the link in the description box below. You can also, I believe that you can also use the 10% discount code for the winter hydration line. I will be removing this code, and I will be removing, I don't know if I'm gonna pause the winter hydration line, because we're coming into a new season and I kind of wanted to do certain things seasonally. It just depends. So if you've been on the website and you've browsed around and you've thought that it's something that you would be interested in purchasing, I would do it now before I make my decision on whether I'm gonna stop offering it as of the 20th of this month. So okay, so in the Dragon's Hoard, I just heard take this off the table, so I'm going to take that off the board. That was just for clarification. Okay. In the Dragon's Hoard, jewels and precious objects scatter the ground, while ancient scrolls inscribed with the wisdom teachings lie within reach. This is a rich opportunity, and you can fill your satchel with the treasures you like best. Take the gifts offered you and dedicate them to the well-being of all, beginning with your own. But beware, all that glitters is not gold. Select the precious treasures that will further your spiritual growth, and avoid the shiny objects that are empty of real value. This is like materialism versus what this says, something of real value. Know that the hoard does not belong to you. It belongs to our grandchildren. What is the inheritance that you wish to leave for tomorrow? What seeds are you planting that you will harvest in your old age when you are weary? What seeds will bear fruit after you are no longer here? The dragon guards the legacy of the future. All who come empty-handed or to fill their own pockets with gold lie in a dusty heap of bones. You have been allowed entrance by virtue of your kindness or your spiritual practice or sheer luck. Consider as well that your present is this moment is the future of the dragon. You may be the one we all have been waiting for. Didn't we just talk about this though? We literally just spoke about, and we've been speaking about, the collective sharing their gifts. Because your gift is unique to you and your own individuality and the people who resonate with you. And you sharing your gift makes way for the people who are coming after you. It's also healing to the people who have come before you, right? So this is so aligned. Oh my God. Okay. I lost my spot. You may be the one we have all been waiting for. So do not hesitate to take what bequest has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. This is the time to be bold. Do not delay or overthink mental anguish. Stop the overthinking, right? Remember to bring an offering for the dragon, lest it believe you are its lunch. Okay. Don't get caught up, collective. A simple prayer will do. That's actually super beautiful. So this is really calling the collective to release this anxiety around you being good enough, around your own worth. It's really calling the collective to release this perfectionism idea that you think you're going to achieve by acquiring more information. You don't need any more information, collective. It's just piling up and it's going nowhere. The divine God, Mother God, Father God, your ancestors, the ascended masters are waiting for you to share the wisdom that is in your scrolls, right? They're asking you to look at your own gifts, look at your own scribes, I just heard. Be bold and express yourself, right? With compassion, with empathy, with passion itself, right? This is so beautiful. Release that mental anguish and allow yourself, sorry, my boob itches. Allow yourself to step into your true power, right? I really love this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Hone in on your own magic, collective. Express, show your gifts. Have confidence in you. Know you're worthy. Know your worth. Understand that being here is a gift in itself. Learning lessons that we learn here on the earth plane is so incredibly beautiful. And they're specific to this plane, and they're specific to our consciousness and our soul's ascension, right? It's a lifestyle, I just heard. Remember, the ascending lifestyle. Welcome. Here's me. For those of you who are here all the time, I thank you. I salute you. For those of you who have not been here before, welcome in. My name is Sarah Davis. I am the founder and CEO of AscendingLifestyle.com. I have an apothecary. I'm starting to do oils and bath salts and teas. I do readings. I've been doing readings for years. So yeah, just because I'm newer in this realm here on YouTube doesn't mean that I'm not a practiced reader. I know what the fuck I'm doing, basically. Basically. I have confidence in my own magic in that. Took a while, but we're here. All right. So we have an idea of what the collective needs to release, or what the full moon is requesting the collective to release at this time. So let's go ahead and ask the full moon what it is that and God and the ancestors, what it is that the collective needs to focus on bringing in at this time. What does the collective need to focus on bringing in at this time? I just heard prosperity, abundance, right? I heard I keep hearing reanalyzing the future. Look, drifter, experiencing life as it comes, focusing on what it is that you want to experience in this life. I feel like this reanalyzing the future is you really okay, as an individual in the collective, you need to focus on what type of journey it is that you want to experience here and now. I just heard there's more information coming in. Okay, in regards to the status of the world. That's pretty heavy. I feel like that's important because that is actually going to affect some of the collective and how it is that they choose to maneuver in the coming years. Okay, so it's really like being adaptable and being free willy, being willing and having the courage to really step into this new way of living and this new life that you want to experience. Allowing your mind and your heart, I just heard, to electrify yourself, which goes in directly in with this card, right? There's electricity running through this crow's heart, right? I actually want to read this one. I really want to read this one. So we're going to read 44. Look at this. Do you see the alignment in the readings though? We just spoke last reading about the masks coming off in the collective and allowing your authentic self to come through. I can't make it up, y'all. Like, this is so important right now. And you know what's really funny? It's even more funny. This equals 12. Nope, I'm lying. It doesn't. It's 11. It's a portal. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's not that funny. But look, this is funny. They're like, here, we'll give you what you were searching for anyways. 11, man. Let the masks off and let your inner resources guide you. Let your inner resources, your inner knowing, let that knowledge that you've been building, allow it to show, allow your true inner light, your true inner, I just heard again, resourcefulness to just shine through. There is so much strength in being able to live out the purest form of yourself, the purest form of your own heart. There's courage in that. There's courage in allowing yourself to be bold and to stand in your power and experience life as you want, so that you can live out this, you can call in this legacy that you're trying to build, collective. This is so powerful right now. I really want to leave these two out because I'm just in love with the fact that these two came out. Thank you. Thanks. I'm really loving the vibe right now too. I feel like this childlike fun and just giddy and weirdness. It's really a weirdness that's coming out in the collective, and I'm loving it. And that's a part of you being bold. Hone in and love your weirdo. Love your inner weirdo. For real, man. I love my inner weirdo. I think it's so much fun. Why be boring? Fuck that shit. Just heard fuck that shit. Okay. So the perfect storm, an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent time. The winds are picking up, which is funny because this boat is being carried by the winds, right? The winds are picking up. And you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far away from where you need to be, right? This is why there's a releasing of the mental anguish and just really stepping into what it is that you want, the legacy, right? The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of you truly, Sorry, I have to start that sentence over. Sometimes I have problems reading. It's okay. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Mental clarity, mental anguish is being released, man. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, right? And that's a true test. I feel the need to bring this up. God wants you to understand that when we're being called into a new direction, and there are things in our life, it could be a career, it could be an idea of what it is that you thought your legacy was going to be. It can be people, it can be animals. Sometimes the most dearest thing that we hold so close to ourselves are the things that need to be released the most, because they're actually blocking us from achieving the destiny that we were born to fulfill on this plane, right? And it's hard, but that's a test too. God is wondering how committed you are to actually being able to fulfill and show your own gifts. How willing are you to be the one to answer the call? How willing are you to be the one? I mean, many of us have already chose to stay in the classroom and learn the lessons. So how willing are you to allow yourself to share those lessons in whatever way it is that you are meant to share them? Everybody's gift is individual to them, right? Everybody's gift is individual to them. And you should be proud of that. Like, I am not the same as you. You are not the same as me. And there's beauty in the difference in individuality. There's beauty in that. There is nobody that has the same fingerprint that you have. You are unique. You are an individual. You don't have to cluster yourself in a group identity. You don't have to do that. That's not necessary, because you are perfect. Like, come on, man. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, be bold enough to change that. Be bold enough to say, okay, this is where I'm lacking. This is where I can improve, and let's do the damn thing. We've done it before. This isn't our first rodeo, right? This is not the first rodeo. Like, we've been in the fucking battlefields. Like, this is not our first go around. We know how this shit goes. And each time we voluntarily go through it, we come out stronger and more confident and more willing to take off those masks and be bold and proud of who we are as an individual. I have no idea where I was. Oh, most attached to that are taken first. Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at though. So the test lies in your willingness to release those things. And do you, okay, I had a reading last night and it really got to my ego. Does your ego have the faith that God is really guiding you in the direction? Does your ego have the faith? Right? And that's the question. Because if your ego doesn't have the faith, your ego is gonna trick you, basically. It's not really a trick, right? Everybody has an ego for a reason. It's a form of protection and self-preservation, I just heard. But the ego will call you back to what is familiar and what is comfortable. And the true test of faith that God puts you through is situations like that. Like, how faithful are you actually in understanding that I have so much more for you than you could ever fathom. But you have to have the faith that I will guide you in that direction. I don't know if you saw that, but it was just a bird. So the birds have been so active. I'm so excited. Okay. as if life were trying to unburden us from our righteous self-importance. The fucking ego, man. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. If some of you guys have had this offer come in and you are feeling yourself hesitate on going towards that thing, but you know in your knower that this is going to change the game for you and yours, fucking do it, man. Straight up. Have the courage, go to God, talk to your ego, talk to your talk to the team, man. Talk to the team. Have a vote. Let's do this, and let's do it in full faith that it's all a life experience. It's all a life experience. It's all worth experiencing if you allow yourself to. You can either stay comfortable in the position that you have been in and maybe have been repeating over and over and over again, or you can break that repetition and try something new. You can answer the call to adventure, is what I just heard. It says, go ahead, bite off more than you can chew and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness. Experiencing the fullness of life, you will succeed. Come on, y'all. This is so exciting, collective. I'm super happy about this. I'm so happy about this. This is going to be a shorter reading today, right? We're at 26 minutes. Look, there's limitless possibilities, right? Limitless possibilities. Believe, have faith, believe in yourself. You're worthy of all the things that you're trying to, herald of change. You're worthy of all the things that you're trying to manifest and bring into you, collective. All right. So I'm going to ask one more final question. Full moon, what is your closing message for this day? What is your closing message for the collective at this time? That's way too many. We're not doing all that. Can we please stick to not that many cards? You guys, if you're feeling this playful energy too, hone in on it. Like, this is fun. I just heard have a dance. Have a dance. Yeah. Why? I don't know why it's coming through like that. Very posh. Let's have a dance, shall we? It's great. That's great. Yeah, do something playful. Do something fun for yourself. Do something that you used to love doing when you were a kid. Oh, this is so interesting. I just got reminded of the story that my dad was telling me of when he was a younger boy. My father grew up in Appalachia, West Virginia. And he was telling me when he was a boy that they used to, marbles was a really big thing. Apparently, marbles was like a huge thing. And when he was talking about it, you could tell that like this childlike fun was being stirred up inside of him. And I suggested that because he's very close with my nephew. So I suggested that maybe he buys some marbles and he teaches my nephew how to play. So of course my nieces can join in, but you know, there's nothing like grandfather and grandchild time, right? The man's time. Okay. Okay, heart stop. Okay, I want to get this out of the book before I touch on the clarifiers at the bottom of the deck. So the overall message for the collective is falling angel. falling angel, falling unconscious, spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation, right? Getting out of your comfort zone. Are you repeating a cycle, or are you willing to break that cycle at this time, collective? There are opportunities that are coming in. There's more information that's coming in that's going to change the game for the collective. I love it. For the ones who chose. And losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. So this is referring to your wings as your aspirations. And in the beginning of this reading with the Dragon's Hoard card, it talks about your need to reevaluate the legacy that you want to leave and where it is that you are heading at this time. Are you allowing yourself to experience life, or are you letting the comfort of your situation gravitationally pull you towards destruction, is what I just heard. Whoa. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. I'm fucking triggered. I would never say the word trigger on this channel. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm triggered. That's hilarious. Oh, the hypocrisy is so funny. I have to read it again. Honestly, this is like, I'm red. Okay, it says, do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective, which we've been talking about, right? Without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. Yeah, so for some in the collective, there is a need to wait for this additional information to come in and really truly take an analytical perspective before you make a choice and before you make that move. Now, for some of you, there is an opportunity that has already come in and already showed face that needs to be acted upon. But for others of you, there's a need for you to wait because there is more information that's coming in, right? This is talking to two separate groups within the collective, but the overall message here is to step out of your comfort zone and step into your power. Reanalyze the legacy that you want to leave. Get rid of this mental anguish that you need to be that everything needs to be perfect before you can make any sort of change, before you can make any move, because nothing is ever going to be perfect. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, the moment will never come. There is never going to be a perfect moment. Timing, right? There can be a divine timing where it is the right time to make a move, but waiting for the perfect moment, meaning that you're waiting for all of these different signs and everything to come at you at once and say, like, I'm really getting like these flashing lights, like you're waiting for flashing lights. And that's not necessarily how God works. That's not how God works. It doesn't always come in these flashing lights. Sometimes it truly comes in you being able and allowing yourself to trust your intuition and have faith in the way in which you're being guided. I actually want to get one more card. Can we have one more card to just clarify this? I just want to clarify her, please, for this final message that came out for the collective. Okay, it's in a different deck, so I'm gonna bring that deck out. Here's me. This is gonna be a quick reading. I always say that when I do readings. I'm like, oh, this will be a quick one. We'll try and do 20 minutes. I don't know why I tell myself that. Like, it's fine. There's no need to be quick in these spaces. We're getting the information. We're doing the damn thing. We're tapping in. We're connecting. We're communicating. Thank you guys again for being here. If you have not liked, shared, or subscribed this video, if it resonates with you, please share. If you come here and watch these messages over and over again, we have Thunder Drum again. Ancestors is coming out of the deck, and Flowing Rivers at the bottom. What's under that? Vision Quest, right? This is, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Would you look at it? I'm going to get this out of the book this time though. But last reading, I said I love this card. But again, if you are consistently here watching the videos, if you could please subscribe, that really helps the messages get out to more people within the collective. And if you know anything about algorithms with these things that we are dealing with in this space, it really does help. So I love you. I would thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. It says, stand up and be counted. Be assertive. Don't be shy. We were talking about your boldness, collective, right? Don't be shy about sharing your gifts. I can't. I love it. I love you guys. I really do. I'm so thankful. I'm truly, truly thankful for what it is that I do, for what it is that we do. I'm humbled that you use me as a vessel in the way in which you do. I'm grateful for the alignment of the things. I'm grateful for the messages. I'm grateful for the way that I'm able to deliver and communicate, because this is me and I love it. I love you guys. Just, man. Don't be shy about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about your value. Declare with authority, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for. Sorry, I just had something come to me. This is who I am, and this is what I stand for. Make a stand for others less fortunate. Take risks. Walk in rhythm to the beat of your own drum. This is not the time to step back or step aside. I love this. A thunder drum calls the thunder beings from the sky, and they arrive with passion and incredible vitality. Drawing this card means that it is time to step into your passion. Make a stand in life for what truly matters to you, collective. A powerful way to activate your life force is to drum on your chest lightly with closed fists. This is what I did last reading. This is what I was showing you guys. It's especially powerful if you do a 2-beat, similar to the sound of a beating heart, which is the most primordial sound for humans. This rhythm is grounding and activates your strength. And since the ancestor card is out too, I want to point out that doing this like we talked about last week, right? It's really because it is so I know it said primordial, but I don't know if I honestly don't know the definition of primordial. I will look it up. But it is a primal thing to do, and it allows the ancestors are drawn to things like that, right? This is why when we talk about things like doing this and in dancing and stuff like that, like the ancestors are really drawn to things like that, because that was something that they did. That was something that most ancestors, most cultures did in celebration with each other and in rituals that they performed. There was always drumming, there was always dancing, right? So this is really something that the ancestors love to see, because it opens up a way for them to be able to connect with you on a different level. And if dancing's not your thing, man, Do what your thing is, because your ancestors know what that is. Even if it's outside gardening, right? Like the one reading that we did, I kept on picturing the hands in the dirt, right? Some of you really love gardening, right? And that's a way for the ancestors to connect with you too. Again, that's obviously a way for Mother Earth to connect with you, but that's something that the ancestors had to do regularly in order to survive. They had to forage, they had to hunt. In some points, they had to garden, they had to grow their own food, right? So that is another way for them to connect with you. And the flowing river here is really reminding me that being adaptable, being able to follow your intuition and trusting that, and just having faith in the vision that you are given and the vision that you have for your future, and know that you're worth it, collective. This is so beautiful. This is such a fun and light energy. And the clarity from the release of the mental anguish with this full moon is going to uplift your spirit. You're going to feel different if you allow yourself to really do that, right? If you have things that have been on your mind and you need to write a letter and do a releasing ceremony on this full moon, do it, babe. Do it. Like, it's all worth it. It's all a thing. I love it. All right, collective, I am going to end it there, right? We're at 41 minutes. And again, if you guys are needing some additional guidance at this time, you can go ahead and reach out to me. The link in the description box is below in order to book a reading, right? I believe that you can use the winter hydration 10% code that's also in the description box below. I will be removing that code on the 20th of this month. So I would suggest getting on top of the things. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If you're here frequently, please subscribe. Show me some love. I spend time with you guys. I would love the reciprocation, okay? All right, I'll see you guys later.